Hello! I'm very glad that you all could be here. Who all is here again? Let me see. Hello, Shoelace, very glad you could be here. And Kubin, and Owls, and Morty. Obviously, Stars.
Yeah, what's up?
Says that there's another human, but who it is, the world may never know. Either way, Mystery Pussy, we are very glad that you're here.
Mystery,
It's a mystery. If all of you would watch my favorite anime, then you would know why we said that. It's Fruits Basket. 10 out of 10 million recommend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the whole thing, but I probably recommend it too.
But she's seen some of it with me.
I like it a lot.
Okay. So, I bet you're all wondering why we've gathered you here today.
You may have guessed, but we are going to be selling your organs.
I've always wanted to say that and be serious about gathering people. I know.
That was like about selling people's organs. You've always wanted to sell people's organs.
I've always wanted to. Just never found any of the right merchandise. Just kidding. Okay.
Anyway, we don't want your organs. We only like ghosts and bones.
Yeah, that's true. I need the money. Sell my organs. What do you assume that we'd give you the money?
Yeah.
Okay.
We also need the money. I only need one kidney.
I do too, but it's a gamble to see if the other one works. Okay. What percentage of our organs we get?
No, we're not giving you like a percentage.
What percentage?
I mean,
If you
we're still
count
figuring it out.
weeks as percentages, I'll give you 100.
Will you?
Give me a minute. I'm getting closer. I think we're at 20 now.
Oh, look at Elgato.
Yeah, he's winking too. So that's 2 at a time. So we're actually up to 40. Only several hundred to go.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Should we save the announcement to the end?
Yeah. Suspense.
Yeah. We're trading secrets. One thing that we forgot to do before we started this surprise stream is
Talk to one another.
yeah, well, what can you do? Okay, the first surprise is that Star and I are gonna sing a song.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are. But in a second, we'll be back. for the Ratties. Are you all ready?
Better be.
Unfortunately, I am not. Ah! Nothing happened. We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything is just fine.
Felix, get it together.
Felix?
God,
This
you're
is
so
embarrassing
unprofessional.
us. Oh wait, I should probably stop this music. Alrighty. Oh, that was dumb. Okay. Okay, here we go. I did not have the music muted. I shift. There is not a single word in the whole world that could describe the hurt. The doorless knife just sawing back and forth and ripping through the softest skin there ever was. How are you to know? Oh, how are you to know? And I hate to see your heart break. I hate to see your eyes get darker as they close, but I've been there before. And I hate to see your heart break. I hate to see your eyes get darker as they close, but I've been there before. Love happens all the time to people who aren't kind, and heroes who are blind, expecting perfect scripted movie scenes, once an awkward silent mystery. How are you to know? Oh, how are you to know? And I hate to see your heart break. I hate to see your eyes get darker as they close, but I've been there before. And I hate to see your heart break. I hate to see your eyes get darker as they close, but I've been there before. For all the air that's in your lungs, for all the joy that is to come, for all the things that you're alive to feel. Just let the pain remind you hearts can heal. Oh, how are you to know? How are you to know? Oh, how are you to know? And I hate to see your heart break. I hate to see your eyes get darker as they close, but I've been there before. And I hate to see your heart break. I hate to see your eyes get darker as they close, but I've been there before. Okay. Let's see what we got going on in the chat. Lots and lots of emojis.
You're welcome.
Let me move these things over. Lights up my lighter and raised it to the sky. Good, good, good. Clappity clap clap. Ooh. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
I definitely. I wish that someday in life I would stop getting nervous, so then I would stop making silly mistakes. But I'm glad that you enjoyed it. And I need to skip this song. What the heck? Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty much torture to my ears.
And I really love that song, and it's really special to me, and I'm glad that we could share it with you. That's better. Why were you so far away from me, Star? What the heck?
Morty says music is slightly loud.
Weird. Oh. What? Hello? There we go.
Is that better?
They said,
Thanks for the applause, homies.
we is the novice. Yeah. It's part of my DNA. But I'd like to drop it and make it just an N. As in never novice. So yeah. This song too. What the heck? These are like interesting songs.
This sounds like a ghost.
Yeah. Hey, Ghost, we told you not doing my streams.
Not supposed to be in here.
But they weren't the vibes I was going for.
Anyway, what's going on, you guys?
Yeah.
What's up, clowns?
What's going on in the kitchen? Have you guys heard that song before? It's by Paramore.
Yeah.
Have you heard Paramore before? If you have not, then you should.
I'm going to see Paramore in concert this month. What?
Without me, because she hates me.
Yeah, that's true.
Clown called me? Okay. Give me just 1 second. Yeah. Okay. Okay, a decision has been reached. The council will now tell you our decision. So, we have an announcement and we're gonna play the game. So, which one do you want first? Hopefully I'm not missing too much. I'm cooking.
What are you making?
Yeah. What are that? Is it yummy? Is it roses? Can you cook roses? I usually eat them raw. Hello? Do you want to listen to the announcements? Or do you want to play the game first?
Cooking up a plan to destroy the government, period, Morty.
Yeah, that's probably it. Steak, baked potatoes, and green beans with bacon and onion.
I love green beans.
We have 1 vote for announcements. Any other votes?
I'm a green bean fiend.
A fiend for the bean. Announcements. You want announcements? Announcements. We want announcements.
2 votes for the announcement.
Alright.
Everybody else
Right.
is MIA,
Yeah.
so...
I know. They heard the singing and they ran away, or
They were
what?
like, "Ay."
They're like,
We're outta here.
I got a blast. I gotta go wash my hair.
I gotta go wash my hair.
So we were promised an announcement, and we get this?
Kubin says cake.
That's not one of the options, Kubin.
I do want cake, but I have a tummy ache.
It is not one of the options.
But I want it. Have you guys ever had tres leches cake? It's my favorite.
That's a fact.
I went to this place one time, this
I'm
cafe,
sorry, Kubin.
and they had tres leches cake, and I said, oh, tres leches. I said, that's my favorite cake, and he said, well, tres leches cake
it actually means 3 milk cake, and then he proceeded to tell me what it was. I said, I literally just told you that is my favorite cake. I know it. I didn't say that. I just said, oh, okay, I'll have that, please. Because I'm polite. I'm a nice
Sometimes.
girl.
Not like me, I'm a rapscallion. Yeah, causing all the shenanigans around the streets.
Shenanigans, tomfoolery.
Yeah, antics.
You name it. She's into it.
That's so funny. Red velvet cake is my favorite. That one's yummy. I think my favorite is either strawberry or like a million times chocolate. You know what I mean?
Yummy.
Like I want to taste just like 7 different types of chocolate in my mouth, or I want like a fluffy strawberry cake.
One time for my birthday, I had German chocolate cake mix and strawberry cake mix, and I just mixed the 2 of them. And it wasn't like pretty looking, but it tasted really yummy. And then my Fam Bam put chocolate strawberries on the outsides of it.
Ooh, I bet that was so yummy.
It's really pretty.
The announcement was cake then. That's
Kuman
fair.
brought up cake, not us.
Yeah, and I said no cake. That's not it. Okay. Oh my gosh, you tricked me! I said the cake was not what we were doing next, but then I did it!
Oh my gosh!
Felix, how did you let this happen?
Mind games!
I think the announcement was cake, yeah.
It's always cake!
This is not going to become the cake channel.
No!
I refuse! Cake. The chat rebels against the streamers.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Anyway.
so the announcement is, drum roll please, that from now on, I will be streaming 2 times a week.
What?
And not just that, but one of the times a week, you know who's going to be there once a week? Can you guess? Anybody?
Probably not.
No, it's so rare and so mysterious. It's Stop!
Yay!
And of course, El Gato.
Yeah.
He's the realest of all the ones.
The realist.
Thank you, Felix, for your lovely drum rolls. Woo!
So every Sunday night at 7:30, you're still gonna be getting Fairy doing her songs and her jokes and her stories and being her awesome self, and then starting Tuesday of next week, every Tuesday at 7:30, I will also be here. And we'll be playing games and being little goofballs,
Goofball.
the silliest girls.
Fireworks. Boom, pow. What? How does it? Okay, never mind.
But starting Tuesday of next week, because this Tuesday is a holiday, so, I mean, we got stuff going on.
We're gonna be trying not to die from fireworks.
Since when have fireworks ever killed anybody?
They're a natural born enemy of fairies. People put them on the ground where we live.
Yeah.
And leave them on the ground where we live.
If any of y'all
Cake
are
stream
doing
incoming?
fireworks...
Absolutely not.
Yeah, absolutely not. If any of y'all are doing fireworks, please clean up after yourselves, because we love the earth. It is our planet. We love the earth. It is our home. And we do not appreciate litter.
Imagine every time you litter, you're killing a fairy family and their mushroom house.
Yeah. How does it make you feel?
And if it makes you feel anything negative, good.
The trash can is literally 2 steps away. Just walk over there and throw it away.
Or put it in your pocket and keep collecting enough little pieces of trash so you can make it into a surprise and make it into a house or a craft, and then all of a sudden you got this cool new trash art,
Yeah.
and
People
then you're
make
like a major hipster person.
people make like
So-
garbage sculptures all the time.
Yeah.
Pretty sick.
Me. Every time we break something, I keep it to make art out of. Mess into a message. What?
Period.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway,
give me that back, please.
so
Thanks.
yeah. Fireworks have probably killed some people. Also, happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
Honestly, guns are hand fireworks. A good percentage of human and all have had very bizarre deaths.
Yeah, true. Prove me wrong. No one can. Fireworks use gunpowder. It's
Oh
in
my
the name.
goodness. When I was little, I wanted to make a firework, but I didn't like look up anything really. I just went with my gut. And so I put all these,
Oh my gosh.
I got a wick from a candle, and then I was using like construction paper and tape, and I got a bunch of pieces of crowns, and I put them inside with a bunch of this like powder that I had gotten from a different firework, and then and then also like little pieces of colorful things that I had found, and then I went to somebody's house and I lit it, and then nothing happened, and I was like, what in the world? And I was like, why isn't anything happening? But it's because I used a candle wick, not a firework wick. So I went up there and I was like, and I just opened it a little bit, and then I put the punk in it,
Oh my
and
god.
then it exploded
Oh my
all
God.
over me, and it hurt so bad, and it knocked me to my bum, and my ears were like,
Oh my gosh. I cannot believe I've never heard this story before. That is bizarre.
yeah.
Did you use glitter
When
for
I
the
was
color
little, I
effect?
created a small
Atomic bomb.
No, I wasn't. Didn't have access to glitter.
That's a great idea though. That sounds imagine.
I bet it'd be
it sounds
so beautiful, and it just puts glitter everywhere. I would love that.
Pretty. Ooh.
We have glitter all over the place now.
Yeah.
Back then I didn't have access, so now we have all of the glitter. Thank you.
What was I gonna say?
I've done a lot of like really silly things that my younger self brain was just like, yeah, this is how the world works. Glitter in the eyes? No.
When I was a
But
child.
eyes that glitter? Hmm.
When I was little, we had a tradition every July 4th. My aunt, who lived really far away, would come and visit, and we would go to the dollar store and we would buy Barbies, and then we would strap the Barbies to. Oh my god! We were freaking Sid off of Toy Story. I just realized that we were the villain in the Toy Story movie.
No.
We literally strapped Barbies to fireworks, and we just like would see how crazy it would get. My parents stayed far away because they didn't approve, but they didn't want to get in a fight with my aunt.
Oh my goodness.
It was hilarious, and we look forward to it every year. We were like, oh, we get to buy Barbies with our aunt, and then we would get to like light them on fire. It was a blast.
Quite literally.
Quality aunt. Agreed.
Quint.
Quant.
Quint.
That's what we always called her.
Quank, 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 quank. Like a duck, but different.
Agreed, but poor toys. I know, right? I can't even think about it, actually.
When I was little, I did some things. I would like cut apart dolls, or like tear them apart, or just like make them as deformed as possible, and then I would try to put them back together and like as best as possible, and see how close I could get them to the original. My aunt asked me what I want for lunch, and then she gets angry at my suggestions.
Yikes.
Aw. Quackhead.
That's so funny. Quackhead.
I hate it when people do that. I'm always like, why don't you just tell me what the right answer is?
Right. Don't ask my opinion if it's not actually a choice.
You said shoelace?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I would make you lunch if I could, but then I was thinking about it, and I'm not very good at making food, so.
You mean my mom, right? I like taking apart my race cars and putting them back together. I wonder what that says about us. And then she says she didn't ask for our opinion.
He means my mom.
No.
It says that you are a wing 5.
Yeah, that's so true. Kubin. That's why. Have any of you heard of the Enneagram? Probably. I feel like I've said that a million times.
Kubin, I think, is a 6 wing
What are
5.
you
You
talking
think?
about? Yeah, I think Kubin's a 6 wing 5. And I am a 4 wing 5, which means that we're connected.
Alice
For
is
free
a 5 wing
with
6.
education connection. Yeah, lots of 5s. And oh my gosh, and Shoelace is a 5.
Uh-huh.
My streams bring all the 5s to the yard, and I'm like, huh? The Enneagram.
Just because it sometimes is easier to read than to... I refuse to be labeled. You're not labeled. You're just understood.
Just... Oh, I was gonna say categorized. What am I?
You're a
We think that you're a 6
wing 5. That means you're mainly a 6, but you have 5 qualities.
The 6 is the loyalist, and they worry a lot, and they a lot of time like stress, and they really want to.
Relationships are really important.
Yeah,
to them.
relationships are really important to them. They're like called loyalist for a reason, and then because they really like security, and all of them have like core fears and core strengths. I can't remember what they are. I'm a sheriff and a clown.
Yeah.
Morty, let me think.
Alice said, I refuse to be understood. Never let them know your next move. Morty, I think, is a 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Morty's a 7. I don't know what his wing is.
Yeah.
The wing is the number next to it that like what does that sound? Why does it sound like me?
Circus music? What is a Morty philosophy moment?
I think that he is a 7, and I'm trying to think what I think his wing is. Honestly, it could be either.
Yeah.
I'll let you know if I think of it.
I also, for the record, think that Turbo is a 7.
Oh yeah, he's a 7 wing.
Wing 8.
Okay, so explain the Enneagram because people don't know what we're talking about.
Okay. I do think it's pretty funny to keep talking and confuse people, but I will explain it. So, the Enneagram is just a tool that you can use to understand yourself and your motivations better, as well as understand other people. It helps you with your relationships because you can see how the different numbers, how communicating with them is the best for that type. And it helps you understand why, like, people might, like, get upset. Like, sometimes, like, in my life, somebody has gotten upset at me, and I've been like, what in the world just happened? But then after I understood their Enneagram and their core fears, then I realized that what I did or said, even though it was, like, harmless to me, it triggered that core fear of theirs. Mm-hmm. So the Enneagram is a tool that just really helps you to be able to understand others, and it is mainly, just a lot about, like, your motivations. So there's 9 numbers, and like, number 1 is the
perfectionist.
The perfectionist, and rules and order matter a lot to them. They have more of a black and white sense of right and wrong.
Mm-hmm. Even if it's the one that they make up, like their own set of morals.
Yeah. And
not
then,
necessarily society's.
Right. And then the 2 is the helper. They give a lot of themselves. They love to serve. So Shoelace said it's like a personality test. And then Morty said, ooh, I see. Shoelace said, Summary is my middle name. Morty said, I'm a 10 out of 10.
Even how does that line go?
10 out of 10, even when I forget. Shoelace said, how in the world am I not a 1? That's a good question, because you do have a lot of 1 qualities. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, like, you know yourself better than we do, but we just think from our, like, perspective and looking at, like, the deeper parts of yourself that we think that you're a 5. But
But obviously, like, you don't have to take what we say as gospel. You can read them, see what resonates with you.
Yeah.
I recommend like, instead of taking the test, reading through them all and seeing which one, like, hurts your feelings, and then you know that that's yours.
I'll send a link to the website in the Discord later, and then you can read all the descriptions.
Because a lot of people, like, mistype if they take the test, but because it's a lot of reading, they don't even bother, like, reading the types.
Yeah.
And then that can cause a lot of, like, confusion and frustration or whatever.
But then number 3 is the achiever, and so they work a lot. If you've ever seen the movie Wolf of Wall Street, the main character in that is a 3, an unhealthy 3, but a 3 nonetheless. So they're climbing, because they want to make people proud, etc.
They want to be the best.
Yeah, and so a lot of times in like group settings, they'll kind of like change themselves,
Chameleon.
or like chameleon to try and like fit
Whatever.
the dynamic. I guess I don't.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the 4 is the individualist. They're more like artistic and individual. They're like
Their emotional, like, okay, they feel their emotions are really intense, and they're a lot of times more expressive about their emotions. Sorry, you can keep going.
No, that's okay. The 5 is the investigator. They are really good at like so if any of you think about like how smart Owls is and like how he's really good with like technology and things like that, that's a really like loud 5 quality, is just like the way that a lot of engineers are 5s. And I'm having a hard time articulating what I'm trying to say.
Whatever they're into, they don't just like things. They value knowledge a lot, and anything that they're interested in, usually they like feel the need to know all the things about it.
They go on like deep dives into it.
And
they're like a walking encyclopedia.
Mm-hmm. It's important for them to feel like they know enough about it. And with the 4s, one of their negative attributes, I just realized we like didn't mention any of those about that one, and then I was like, oh, that's not fair. But is they struggle a lot with envy, and also feeling misunderstood. Okay. And 5s, one of the things that's hard about them is a lot of times they self-isolate and like kind of protect themselves in this tower of their knowledge.
We talked about 6. 7 is the enthusiast.
Mm-hmm.
They like to have fun. They a lot of times will like turn their back on any emotions that are like hard, because they just want to have a good time. They want to entertain. They want to go on adventures, etc., etc.
And sometimes they, a lot of times if they're like dealing with hard things, then they'll like escape into their brain or their happy place and use that to avoid facing things. And so pretty much anybody who's like a golden retriever type person who like is kind of like a lot of times people who are like the life of the party, the jokester. Morty said that he's such an 7-8, which we thought you were 7, so that works out.
Yeah.
Oh, did we say the 6?
Yep. That was the first one we talked about, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Then the 8 is the challenger. Oftentimes they like butt heads with authority.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like to be told what to do. Mm-hmm. They have their own set of rules too. You tell more about the 8. You know more.
They have a strong sense of justice. They care, like, yeah, to most people, they seem very kind of abrasive and, like, strong in their beliefs, but actually, like, they care a lot, especially about people who can't defend themselves, and, like, children and animals. Yeah, but they care a lot more about, like, power and strength. and they're afraid of letting people see them vulnerable more than any other type.
And then the 9 is the peacemaker.
Mhm.
Okay. Me acting like I know nothing about that. I just couldn't
Stars is
remember.
a 9.
I just couldn't remember what it was called. A lot of times 9s. So I mean, it's in the name. They're the peacemaker. They don't like to make waves a lot, and so they have a hard time like making decisions, or they don't want to do anything that's gonna rock the boat or make anybody uncomfortable or upset.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, they can be really quiet. They can also be really I don't want to say this in a like negative way, but a lot of people can think that they're like lazy a lot of the times because they can have trouble motivating themselves, or like small tasks can make them really drained.
They're like low energy kind of.
Yeah.
Because they spend a lot of it trying to keep the peace.
Yeah. I would say that most 9s are probably introverts. That's just speculation. I don't know a ton of 9s. Yeah, a lot of times their like opinions or whatever can go like unnoticed or unheard because they just want everybody else to be happy, and they want everything to go well. Like they want other people to feel heard, and so they'll just kind of like let themselves be a doormat, I think, sometimes, just to make it easier for other people.
And you may be confused since in this platform, Stars is really sassy, but she's a wing 8, so.
Yeah. I have a lot of 8 qualities. I was explaining the Enneagram to my dad, and when I was talking about the 8, he said, "That sounds like you." And I was like, yeah. I was like, that's not me 100% of the time. But
what is the chat saying?
Owl said, "You'll never know me. I fly by nobody's rules." And Morty said, "Dude, how can 7-8 describe me so well?" Kubin said, Am I an introvert, extrovert, or ambivert in your guys' eyes?" And Morty said ambi. And Kubin said, "Ooh."
I think I would say that you're like an anxious extrovert. That would be my guess. So like that, anyway, that's my guess. I think you get, if I were to guess, I would say that you get energy by being around people, but you find it difficult sometimes.
Okay, I'm gonna send this link in the Discord. You can click on the number to read more about each type.
And that's
Let
how,
us know if we were right.
That's how I felt, Morty, also. When I read mine, I was like, that's why I said you'll know it's you if it hurts your feelings. I was like, oh my gosh. Because I, honestly, before I found the Enneagram, I thought that I just kind of, like, was crazy and just trying my best to not show it to the world and to keep it contained. But, like, secretly I was some kind of monster or something. Just had, like, a screw loose, or maybe just never had the screw to begin with.
Oh my gosh.
But then especially after I took the test, because I mistyped, it told me I was a different number, and I read it, and I was like, I guess. Like, that is how I interact with the world a lot of times. But then somebody was like, no, I think you're a 4. And I was like, yeah, I'm so sure, because I actually hate the number 4 for no reason, just because I do. But then I read it, and I just, like, started crying, because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not crazy or broken, just some people are like this. And so anyway, that's why I am partial to the Enneagram.
Shoelace said, "I'm a bit of everything. I shall acquire all of the numbers." Kubin said, "Ooh." Morty said, "Shoelace bought the whole raffle." Shoelace said, "Like DC's White Lantern." Morty said, "Joke's on everyone else. I ate the screw."
I knew it! That's so funny. Okay, Didn't mean to turn this into like an Enneagram stream, but here we are.
We lost a couple viewers. That's okay.
Did we actually?
Yeah.
Yikes. Who was it?
I don't know. I don't know how to see who's watching. Oh. Wait. Oh. I don't even know some of these people. I'm so surprised.
So fun.
I don't know how to use Twitch, you guys.
Stream.
Anyway, wanna play a game?
Wanna play? Or nah? You trying to date? Or nah? Okay. So let me pause this music.
Morty said, take attendance. I have bronchitis, you guys.
Yeah, that's what's wrong with her.
Yeah, so coughing a lot less today because I'm medicated now, but pretty crazy.
Crazy. Okay.
Because today, well, like starting yesterday, I was like, yeah, maybe I do need to go to the doctor because I'm feeling like particularly terrible. And so, anyway, went to the doctor. Now I got bronchitis.
Not because I at the doctor.
Yeah.
Doctor, give me rock.
Well, I went to the doctor like 2 weeks ago because I was feeling horrible, and they were like, "Oh, it's just allergies. You're good." And I was like, "Okay." And then today I was at the doctor, and she was like, "Did they test you for anything?" And I said, "No." And she was like, "What?" So, yeah, anyway.
What'd they say? The viewers are coming. I could be a bit of a 7 at times.
Yeah, so when, like, you're a number, like, okay, so if you're a 6, you'll have qualities both of, well, mainly of the 6, and then of the 7 also, and the 5, because they're next to you.
But there's one that's, like, your main wing.
Yeah. And, like, I have qualities both of a 1 and an 8, but mainly I'm a wing 8.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my phone's on low power mode, that's why it keeps doing that.
What'd they say?
Good that you're medicated.
Ready? We're transitioning screens.
Kubin said, I'll pop in out of nowhere at times and go full-blown clown without explaining anything. Morty's a clown.
Yeah. Hong Kong. So loud.
Morty said my ears, but yes.
That's so funny. We can put it up here. Sounding like Raven.
Shuley said, damn, 2 visits to the doctor in the U.S., 40,000 medical bill incoming.
Kubin thinks that they are a 6, just like we said.
Nice.
Nice. Okay.
We high-fived. That's what you heard in the mic just then.
Yeah, if it was like so loud. Oh wait. Stars left for a moment. Please don't go. That bro. Haha. She's back. And just like that, just when the world needed her most, she vanished.
Is this an airbender thing?
Yeah. Be yourself and have fun. That's it.
Aw, you're so encouraging, Morty.
Morty, teach me your ways. That's so funny. Okay.
He said, Airbender, we're going Avatar now.
I've never seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, but I feel like so often people will say things, and anytime I don't understand it, they're like, oh, it's from Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I think that, like, in the last month, I've heard so many people particularly say the thing about like, and then they vanished or whatever, and it always ended up being an Avatar Last Airbender thing.
Vibes in corner with the blood fairy. Can do. Let's watch him on a Discord stream. Yeah, that would be fun. Oh, also, what I wanted to say. Okay, sorry, that was the wrong build-up, but it's fine. Okay, yeah, Kubin. Just like anytime you do anything, just do it your way, and the people who are supposed to stay will, and the people who aren't won't.
Yeah.
And even if it's not necessarily the amount that you prefer, quality over quantity always.
Yeah, because the right people are gonna love you how you are. You don't have to change yourself for anybody.
And where you are at that moment, even if it's not your best day.
Yeah.
Such a good show. Everyone should watch it. I watched it 8 times. Yeah, Kubin? You want to drive a car from the back seat? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I shipped. Okay, who do you want to go on our first date with?
Scarlet, Violet, Yui. Just a reminder, Scarlet is the library girl who was reading the magazine, but then the chemistry book, but then the magazine. Violet is the kitchen girl. She has the long white hair. Fairy's in love with her. And then Yui is the girl on the...
You gotta expose me like that.
Yui's the girl on the far right with the brown hair. We don't know about her. She's maybe our childhood friend, or we've known her in the past, or maybe like in the other times that we've supposedly been on this reality TV show. I don't know.
Yeah. Also, for anybody who's watching this who doesn't know what we're doing or why this question is here, go back and look at our streams and then you'll know.
Yeah. Check on YouTube for the first one. The second one is still on Twitch because we did it yesterday. And then today is day 3.
Yeah. Okay. So we have 1 vote for Violet.
Jeez, what have I done?
Morty said Violet.
Shoelace said Scarlet. Okay. We're going to need some more input. Kubin, Owls, you other people who aren't active on the chat.
Yes. Please lend us your input. This music, all
I know,
this
it's
suspense.
really like intense. Who do you want to go on your first date with?
No one
No,
is
I didn't
I mean, I think she's cute.
I don't like her. I don't like her personality.
I do think, like, she reminds me just too much of, like, a high schooler. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not in the right way, not in the fun way. But also, you know, we were like, what the heck with, you know, what's she doodle?
Tara.
Tara. And then we were like, ah, so maybe.
Let's go Violet, because Chaos Scarlet's gonna take us to the library PTSD.
Honestly, I'm a little bit like that too. I'm like, I don't know if that's wholesome harem storyline. But we're gonna have to go on a date with all of them no matter what.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're just choosing who we go with first. So okay.
Owls said Scarlet also. But then Kubin said Violet.
What?
Oh no!
So we need 1 more vote.
We're gonna have to flip a coin.
Yeah. I guess technically we could vote. But there's 2 of us.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's who goes first, so it's not even like a big deal.
Great. Let's do Violet. Let's do Violet.
Okay. Decisions are hard.
Hard.
Violet.
All right, we'll make it happen.
She hates Violet or what?
I had just gone outside the mansion to find Violet when a white limousine drove up and stopped in front of me. One stepped out from the driver's seat and walked toward me. Hamid, good day. Please do enter.
What's with the formal talk?
Please just get in the car, Comet. You already heard what she did to my bro. Oh. He opened the passenger door and ushered me inside. I shrugged and went inside. What's the worst that could happen on a death game dating show? We sat in silence as one drove me to what looked like some sort of fancy restaurant, then escorted me inside.
Bonjour, suitor. I trust my new butler brought you here safely.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah, he did. What's going on, Violet? I thought I would give you a chance to have some alone time with the star of the show, is all. I am told this is what people do when they are courting. Have you never been on a date before? Of course I have. And I've read all the manuals on the subject. I'll have you know, I've studied every book of the Lusty New Asian Maid series and know them all by heart. Impressed, I'm sure. Okay, do we say I'm impressed or sure? You hear two different accents. Sure. Hi, sure. I'm Mr. Goldenlegs. Okay, guys. Can you hear us? Hello? Can you hear me? Say something, I'm giving up on you.
We're gonna sing that for you one day, and then you're gonna feel bad for breaking our hearts.
Yeah. Go ahead and break my heart again. Hello?
Make a choice for us, please.
I'm impressed or sure? All of you at the same time abandoning us? Oh. I'm impressed. Shule said, sure. I'm sure. Morty said, sure. Owls, are you gonna input? You have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, we're saying sure.
That's, yeah, a word for it.
Pardon my interruption. I brought your food. Please be seated, honored guests. Violet and I sat at a table in the center of the palace as one placed each dish onto the table one by one. He seemed to linger over the meatballs as he brought them over.
You won?
Out of here.
I know, why is what's him in that? Please, don't hold yourself back. Don't think I will. This food looks incredible, and probably worth more than my life. You're right on both accounts, Comet Smurf. I'm ecstatic you like the assortment. I planned it myself. You're a chef? You could say that. What do you mean? Anyway, tell me more about yourself, Comet.
Okay.
There's not too much to say. Amnesia is a hell of a drug. You do not remember your past? Yeah, bummer, right? Then rest assured, I will find the finest scientist in all the land to help you recover your memory when this is over. That would be great. Thanks, Violet. Think nothing of it. It's the duty of those with more to give back, no? Though, have you ever thought, perchance, that this is actually a blessing in disguise? What do you mean?
Oh, look at her face.
Yeah. Many of us would be happier not knowing what drags us down.
Yikes.
That may be true, but still, I need to know. You sound just like the reference examples in the romance manuals. Consider me impressed. You know, those manuals are just regular old fiction novels, right? Ha! You're quite funny, Comet. An admirable trait to have. I like that. Anyway, you haven't told me about yourself, Violet. Who are you? What do you do for fun? I'd like to know.
I feel like this is the first time we've had, like, conversation.
I
with
know!
any of the
It's
girls.
always like, whoa! Maybe that just shows our personality that those were the ones we picked. I was just cooking potatoes, and she's so nice. New cult. Being the scion of the Valentines does not leave much time for fun, I'm afraid. Even on this show, I spend most of my waking hours managing the Valentine's restaurant businesses. But I suppose, if I have a spell of time, I enjoy baking.
Why does she look so upset?
She's bashful, I think.
Oh.
I don't get it. Why are you embarrassed by liking baking? Everyone has a hobby. Baking is something of a servant hobby, according to my parents.
Aww.
When they found out I was enjoying that, well, they made sure to stop me from ever doing it again, with all the restaurant work.
She doesn't get to follow her passion.
It's a bit ironic, isn't it? You know what? I do know of what, but what do you mean? I didn't speak English. Who cares what your parents think? Here, on this island, a million miles out, they can't stop you. How about we find some time together to bake up for lost time?
She laughed like a child.
That would be wonderful. And I didn't get the rest. I'll make some time on my calendar for you.
We spent the next few hours enjoying the finest meal that money could buy. Each course was better than the last, just like each chapter of the lusty new Asian maid, according to Violet. Something tells me that the same applies to every moment I'll share with Violet.
Mm-hmm.
Aw. I stumbled back to my room and blocked onto my bed.
He's drunk, or?
Who'd be coming at this hour? I guess there was a knock at the door. I shuffled over in a haze. Were we drugged? What the hell is going on? Okay. Owls left us.
Hmm. Bye, owls. Very glad that you could join
Thanks
us.
for being here. We appreciate you and all of your support.
I'll beat up those parents first. Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. Beat them up. Beat them up. Beat them up. Beat them up. Beat them up.
Anyway. Sorry. Hey there, Comet. Sorry to bother you this late.
It's alright. What's up, Cat?
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna make myself real comfortable.
Just trying to seduce us.
Every time. Kat walked by me and comfortably sat herself on my bed. I really gotta get one of these beds for myself already. I closed the door, then sat facing her on the opposite side of the bed.
So, what brings you here tonight? Can't stop thinking about me?
You wish. Unfortunately, it's my job to help you survive until the end of the show. And that means checking in with you every night to see how you're doing and making sure you're doing your best on ratings.
That's nice of you. Thanks, Cat.
She just said it was her job.
I know. And unfortunately, my job.
Well, to be honest, I don't have a choice. Finding a new person to take your place would be a recruiting nightmare. Back to what I'm here for. Your date today with Violet was a ratings knockout. You and Violet started out a little frosty, but by the end, I think we saw you two warm up to each other. A bit.
Thank you.
That said, we need something more than that, if we're going to make the world believe she's your first soulmate candidate. So, let's heat things up with some more competition, pizzazz, romance. Tomorrow, I want you to find who your second soulmate candidate is and ask them out on a date instead. So, we can say, all right, or I'd rather go on a second date with Violet tomorrow.
What do you think? What should we say?
Do we want to agree to go on a date with, like, Scarlet or Yui, or go on a second date with Violet?
Are they even gonna let us go on a second date with
That's what I was just thinking, because she's telling us what to do. Every time she tells us what to do, we don't have a choice, really.
They said one.
Agree?
One. Let's meet them all.
Yeah, good point.
So that way we don't die.
Yeah.
Alright. Sounds good to me.
I would have expected more resistance, but I guess you understand your situation. Without those ratings getting higher and higher every day, they'll axe the show and your life with it.
I guess that makes sense in some warped way.
I'm impressed at how well you took that. I'd almost think it wasn't your first time on a life or death killing dating show. Well, that's pretty much what I needed to tell you. It's getting late and we've both got big days tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Night, Comet Splurf.
Good.
She was gone before I had the chance to finish.
Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Love or die. Sorry.
Guess it's time to call it a night.
I had that like stuck in my brain. What after they said that, but then I was like waiting for the opportunity.
Let's meet them all, except you, Ian. The sound of waves. Hey, I can hear her call out to me within a dream. It's you.
I love you, Comet Smurf. I always will. And I'll always love you too.
My mouth moves on its own.
Even if there's so many other women on this show, they could never be you.
I held her tight and kissed her.
You promise? I promise. Promises are unbreakable, you know. That's what you told me. I meant every word I said.
She smiled at me.
You better have.
Your face is becoming clearer to me with every day that goes by. I know you're here with me, but which one are you? Okay, so before we were kind of thinking that mystery person might have been Kat, but I think at the beginning Yui had said something about promises
Yeah,
to
and
us.
we thought that it was Yui at the very beginning.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh, maybe it's Kat. So I think it is Yui.
Okay.
Then you set the meat.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Then you set the meat at around 300 degrees for 40 minutes. Okay, got it.
Yeah, she's so not listening. Tara furiously scribbled down notes.
Wait a minute. Could I just cook it for like 600 degrees for 20 minutes? That's not quite how this works, I'm afraid. But the math checks out.
What's going on?
Oh, good morning, Comet. How do you do? I'm teaching Tara the proper way to prepare a pot roast.
Ew.
So far, I'd say it's going pretty well.
Tara will be the one to prepare lunch today instead of me.
Tara turned one of the dials on the stove as far as it would go to the right.
And the student has surpassed the master. On second thought, perhaps I'll prepare an alternative course. One moment, please.
Violet has control issues.
Oh ye of little faith.
Time for the moment of truth. Lunch is served. Tara was nervously clasping her hands tight.
Oh my.
It's delicious!
I did it! Oh my gosh!
Tara did a little dance in celebration and gave Violet a high five. Cutie!
Should I become a food blogger? I'm a cooking oh my gosh. I'm a cooking savant. This talent shouldn't be wasted. Psst. Hey, Violet. What is it, Comet? Is this what you cooked, or is this what Tara cooked?
Violet smiled and winked at me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She sipped on her soup contently. I couldn't help but smile back at her. Damn, this was the best meal I've ever had. Granted, my memory only goes back about 2 days, but still, it counts for something. That's hilarious. There you are, Comet. I've been looking for you. It's time to decide who's your second soulmate candidate. Kat moved in closer to whisper. Not like you really have a choice, though. So without further ado, Comet, who's the unlucky girl? Why does she always say that to us?
Because she's secretly in love with us.
I'd like to spend some time today with... Okay, Yui or Scarlet? Okay, imagine how the ratings would go up if we went on a date with Kat. Make it happen.
I know, I want to date her.
I know. But I feel like Yui is the girl from the dream.
Yeah.
I'm like 90% sure
Morty
now.
said Kat.
Kat, we can't
choose that one.
Should I try to click on her face, see what happens if it's a secret Easter egg? Scarlet. Cause red.
Right. Got that.
Any other votes? Ready?
Okay.
And that takes it because Al's left us. Scarlet. Oh my gosh. Yui is gonna be so upset. How hurtful would it be to be the last person picked?
Seriously. Don't hurt my feelings. Okay. All right, we'll make it happen. Let's have Comet start in the mansion. And, oh, I know where to bring Scarlet.
Swear to God, if it's the library.
Give us a minute to set up the scene,
Oh
then
my
go
gosh.
find her. It's gonna be the freaking library.
Do not do this to us. This is a wholesome stream.
It didn't take long to find Scarlet. She found me first. She had just burst through my door and was trying to catch her breath as she slammed it shut behind her. Good. Comet, thank God you're okay. Oh my God.
What's going on, Scarlet?
Long story short, I experimented with some kind of local fauna on the island earlier. There's nothing like it. It's really incredible. And ugh, I messed up my intro with you earlier and...
Whoa, slow down.
I made a new chemical compound that causes amnesia. It's amazing.
Wow, that's not something you hear every day.
The cool thing is, applying just the right amount to a person can make them forget specific things. Who they are, how to write, anything. The bad thing is, something slammed into the door outside. I almost jumped up from surprise.
Give me brains and bananas!
Applying too much turns people into rabid monkey zombies hell-bent on eating human brains. And bananas.
Dear God, not the bananas.
The door slammed again. It sounded like it was about to be knocked down. We need to get out of here, and fast! 4 busted through the door and blocked our only exit.
Give me brains and bananas! I'll get him out of the way. It'll give you time to run.
I've got a better idea. Scarlet blasted forward with a white powder, covering his face entirely. He flailed wildly for a few seconds, then fell to the ground unconscious. So, we get to say, what was that, or is he gonna be okay?
What shall we say? What shall we say? What shall we say? What shall we say? Any input? Wait. Okay. Because Yui. We literally died before going out with her. Oh my gosh. Love it. Zombies? Call Tara. Wait, it's just 4. He is hungry with his minimal wage. 1, 2. I'm betting on cocaine. Okay, Kuben, are you still here to break the tie?
That's a good point, though. It is just for, like, what is he gonna do? He's still, like, a human, even though he wants to eat our brains.
Yeah.
He's still, like, this scrawny little, like, stagehand.
I say it was uranium. No, uranium. Alright.
2?
2.
Is he gonna be okay?
Whoa, is he gonna be okay?
I guess we'll find out. For now, let's focus on getting out of here. We ran outside of the mansion as fast as we could.
How did this even happen?
Oh, I was afraid you'd ask that. I heard from Tara that you lost your memories, and I wanted to see if I could help you get them back. So I may have experimented on the Brothers 5 to see if I could erase their memories and bring them back. I must have done the numbers wrong. I added way too much. I didn't realize their brains were so empty in the first place.
In a weird way, that's really sweet, Scarlet. Thanks. Crazy, but still, thanks.
It's really sweet, actually. I'll fix this, I swear. I just need time to make an antidote. Luckily, I left my tools and supplies pretty near here. We can stay there till we've got an antidote.
Sounds like a plan. Lead the way. Wait, where are the other girls? Do you think they're still inside?
They're actually trapped inside the library right now. Of course they are.
Oh shit, we've got to go back and save them.
I don't know how to say this, but I accidentally turned them to zombies too. But they were a little bit too much, so I locked them in the library. Ha, ha, ha. We're doomed, aren't we? Scarlet and I passed the time talking about the craziness that was going on and coming up with a plan to save everybody. She seemed to be quite frazzled despite seeming so put together, but I could tell she really did care about the infected. Not enough to prevent this from happening in the first place, but enough. I watched her build a machine that she insists can turn them back to normal, but looking at it, I can't help but be a little skeptical. Alright, it's showtime!
You really think this will work?
You bet! I made it after all. Looks like the coast is clear here. Y'all, if this doesn't bring up ratings, I don't know what will.
Yeah, right?
We walked into the outside of the library undetected, but we definitely weren't alone in here. Alright, it's time to save our friends!
Brains! They're coming right at us!
Nothing to worry about. This is payback for you guys acing your introductions!
Oh my god. I'm sorry, what?
Oh, nothing.
You sure that's gonna cure them?
Of course. What does it look like I'm doing? Something told me Scarlet was enjoying this a little too much. What the hell? I take my eyes off the cameras for 1 second and there's zombies in the house? Not for much longer, I promise. We spent the rest of the day administering the antidote to each person, each of them knocked out as soon as we delivered the cure. Not quite the first date you expected, huh?
You can say that again. It was definitely a first, though.
Kat told me to make a date exciting. I had to get your heart racing. I think I did a pretty good job at that. I guess that's technically true, but aren't there easier ways? Something tells me this woman is full of more surprises. I was about to enter my room when I felt a familiar tap on my shoulder. Hey there, Comet. Got a minute? Let me just make sure Violet and Scarlet see me come in here. Fan some flames. What?
Sorry, what?
Kat looked around, smiled, then went into my room. I followed suit. First, the good news. Thanks to my plan, we've gotten enough ratings to avoid early canning. People loved it when you and Violet were the main ship, but loved it even more when Scarlet kicked off this competition.
I'm glad to hear I get to live another day.
For now, at least. But that can change on a dime, so keep it up. Between those two, do you have a favorite? Alright, guys. Violet or Scarlet, who's your fave?
Where did she get a rotary gun? Excellent question. This island is crazy.
They did both turn out to be, like, way nicer than I thought.
Yeah.
And, like, Violet has a lot more depth than I thought at first.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I'm Team Violet.
I'm kind of Team Scarlet just after hearing all she went through to give us back our memories. That was, like, really nice. I mean, even though it went, like, horribly wrong. She tried. Shoelace's Team Violet.
Morty
Moody's
is Team
Scarlet.
Scarlet.
Oh, is how the table has turned.
I know, right? What about you, Kubin? You're the deciding...
Yeah, right now we're tied.
or anybody who
I
may
mean,
be
yeah,
watching
any of the viewers.
and like haven't been interacting, you also are allowed to interact, and
Yeah.
we would love it.
We want to hear from everybody.
I can't choose.
Scarlett,
Red.
you know why. Yeah, I was pretty surprised why, like, when you chose Violet.
I know. And then Morty chose. Yeah, so funny. It's red. I already said it. Or because your wife did it. All right. Scarlet it is. Though I've known her for less time, I think I like Scarlet more right now.
We've known them for equal amount of time.
It's amazing how brilliant she is. And I can't even quite place her. She's fascinating.
Really? Well, can't say I'm surprised. Let's see where things go with her. You'll be hanging out with her again soon enough. Anyway, that's it for today. Keep it up, and who knows, you might just be the first one to make it out of here. Night, Comet Splurf.
Good night, Cat.
She left my room, closing the door behind her. Guess it's time to turn in for the night. Sometimes the most precious moments are the most mundane. Which is the two of us spending the evening together in the games room.
Thinking about Tara?
I'm reading a book, and at the same time watching her rage against an opponent in a fighting game. It's fun to watch her savor each victory, or explode with profanity when she loses. Life is good. It's time like these when you wish life could always be this simple. Sometimes in those moments, people wish for more excitement, for fame, for fortune, or anything but the ordinary. But all I want is the ordinary with you. Fuck you! I love this one so much.
Okay, maybe he's dreaming about all of them
Yeah!
at different times because he's been in this loop so many times.
Yeah, and that's why he can't figure out which is which. Because
Yeah, because it's all of them.
yeah. Anyone else wake up with the world's worst headache?
Tell me about it. What did we even do yesterday? Honestly, I can't remember. Though I did have a dream that we were being chased by someone. Oh, really? And who was that? I think it was Scarlet.
What are the odds of that? I think I dreamed the same thing.
As did I. She locked us in the library, then shot us to pieces. Whoa, that's the same dream I had.
What do you think made you all dream up that? Either way, it was just a dream. Yui used Mean Glare. It's super effective.
Come now. There's no point getting upset at someone at what they did in a dream. You're right, Violet. And yet, I seem to remember you being there too, Comet.
Oh man, how am I gonna talk my way out of this one? Some way or another, Scarlet and I managed to convince everybody it was a crazy coincidence. At least I think we did. Violet was skeptical. Naturally, she had every right to be. Everything she dreamed really did happen. Let's hope this wasn't the kind of dream that comes back again. I found Kat in the same place she found me yesterday. Morning, Comet. It's time to decide who's your last soulmate candidate. Oh man, I'm gonna make a killing from today's bet with 4.
The poor guy. He doesn't know you've been rigging the show?
What he doesn't know can't hurt him. Anyway, after you make your choice, it'll be just between the 3 soulmate candidates from here on out.
What? Wait just a second. What does...
I thought somebody would ask, so let me explain. If you don't get chosen, we'll make the rest of this show a tropical getaway for you. You'll still be able to see the other girls and live in the mansion, so really it's no big deal. Tara did a little fist bump.
Of course she did.
So without further ado, comment who's the last unlucky girl. Why does it let us choose if there's no choice?
I know. Yui.
Yes!
She's blushing. Look at her all awkward.
Oh my gosh.
She's so awkward.
I made a bet with 4 you'd choose Yui today. Great choice, comment. I knew I could count on you. Shuley said, dang it!
Yeah, Morty said, dang. Also, Shuley said, makes all the sense in the world.
To our theory about the dreams.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's get this show on the road.
I'm gonna laugh if everybody's like, oh my gosh, we love her the most now.
The forest to the north of the house was as serene as could be. With each step forward, I felt the soft earth give away beneath my feet and the wind caress my skin. Green as far as the eye can see, and her, in a flowing white dress, standing in the middle of it all.
Hey there, Comet. What you doing all the way out here?
Do we say, I was looking for you, or I could ask you the same? I mean, we chose right in front of her who our next choice was gonna be, so why is she... Shoelace wants us to say, I could ask you the same. Any other thoughts and opinions?
Morty, Kubin, human ghost who haven't talked in the chat yet.
I like the music for this one.
Yeah, it's sweet. And the setting. Hello? Hello, or listening?
Kubin also wants us to say, I could ask you the same.
Because of the amount of people who've been participating. Sorry, Morty, you don't get a vote. So you get for being late. I could ask you the same. I guess so.
Yui had the cutest giggle, the kind that instantly put a smile on your face.
Care to join me for a walk? I'd like that.
Aww. We started to walk down the forest path together. I couldn't help but be fascinated by her hair, flowing like water in the wind. Imagine being fascinated by hair.
I doubt you remember, but I'm from way out in the country. I grew up surrounded by animals, nature, you name it. It was just me and my grandma, my sisters, and the alpacas, and my bunnies, Bun and Bun Bun, and the chickens, and too many farm animals to count. To answer your question from earlier, nature takes me back home.
Do you still live there?
Yep. Wouldn't have it any other way. Though, I'd moved to the city for a bit, way back when. You know, that's when I met you. How'd we meet? Well, you know, one thing I hated about the city is that everyone's in a rush. People just walk by each other as if they're obstacles to get past instead of, well, people. I came to the city alone. Didn't know left from right. And I got lost. I swear every building looks the same.
You can say that again.
I tried to ask people for directions to where I could live or where the school was, but no one would give me the time of day.
Oh.
Except for you.
I helped you?
Yeah. You didn't even know me, but you took the time to help me figure my way around. Gosh, I'd never been so embarrassed in my life.
Why were you embarrassed?
You know. Shy. We found out later we went to the same high school, but we never talked too much after that.
Oh,
I'm sorry about that. Oh, it's not your fault, Comet. I had to move back home pretty soon after anyway. Well, I'm happy I'm getting a second chance to get to know you better.
Oh wait, no, different human. Well, I'm happy I'm getting a better... Well, I'm happy I'm getting a second chance to get to know you better, Yui. I feel the same way, Comet. You're just like how I remember. Well, actually, the whole trying to date 5 girls at a time thing came out of nowhere, but life is full of surprises, I guess.
She's monogamous.
It shouldn't take long to remove them from the equation.
Oh?
Sorry, what did you say? I couldn't hear you. Just a little joke.
You guys, what?
I was just saying I'm so happy to see you again. Here's to the future.
We spent the rest of the day taking in the nature and making up for lost time. Apparently, I was always ending up in trouble back then. I guess not much has changed. Something about Yui made it so easy to open up. I found myself almost telling her the truth about the show several times. Yikes. Even though I couldn't tell her the whole truth, I could tell her just enough of what was worrying me to make me feel at home and at ease.
Whatever is getting you down, I'm sure it'll all be okay. No matter what, I'm on your side, Comet.
After today's date, I went out for a short walk outside the mansion. Hey, Comet.
Hey, Kat. What's up?
Let's not waste any time. I gotta get back to editing, and you know what I want to hear. I know Scarlet was your favorite till now, but maybe Yui has shaked things up a bit? Who's number 1 now?
Do we say Yui or Scarlet?
Shoelace.
Shoelace.
Shoelace likes Yui the best now?
All I'm hearing is that Shoelace falls in love so fast.
So fast.
Can relate, honestly. Me too.
Or he said it's obvious. Not to everybody, because Shoelace likes Yui the best.
It's obvious. Who's obvious?
Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama. Country roads, take me home. Morty said Scarlet. I'm also leaning towards Scarlet. I don't like Yui. I really don't. I do like the country roads, but I don't like Yui.
Shoelace
weirds me
also
out.
said Scarlet? Red.
Red. Because
Yes, Scarlet it is.
Scarlet it is. I still like Scarlet the most.
Still Team Violet myself, but fine.
Yeah, do we like never get to see her again, or?
Scarlet is still my number 1. I've been counting the days till I can see her again.
It's been 1 day.
I know.
Relax.
And I know it's going to be worth the wait.
Damn, that's definitely going to go to the broadcast. I couldn't write that much cheese if I tried. It's hilarious. I've got some good news for you then. My plan was a success. Having 3 soulmate candidates has worked magic for our ratings. Which, of course, means the show will go on.
That's awesome. So, I'm safe now?
Just for now, though we're not out of the woods just yet. We need to make sure the next stretch of the show rates even higher. It's time for phase 2. Over the next 3 days, you'll go on a second date with each of the girls you've already dated. Just imagine how much higher our ratings would be if our viewers got to see even more of their favorites falling in love. Just imagine that sweet ad revenue rolling in. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. Sound good to you?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Good, that's what I like to hear. Tomorrow morning I'll be asking you who you want to have your second date with. Put some thought into that. Sometimes the order of content is just as important as the content itself for ratings.
Will do. Thanks, Kat.
No biggie. I gotta get back to work, so I'll see you later. Night. I waved goodbye to her.
Oh, sorry.
Guess it's time to turn in for the night.
I was on autopilot because all of those had been like the same amount.
We borrowed a boat and went for a cruise around the island.
This one's definitely about Allie, so.
Yeah. I love the way the wind feels.
Why is that?
Feels like freedom. Can't get enough of it. No cameras, no people, nothing to stop me from She pulled me close and kissed me on the lips. And she's the only one who's kissed us.
Yeah.
For a moment, time stopped, and we were the only two people that existed. Doing what I want. I smiled.
I'm pretty sure we don't need to be all the way out here just for a kiss.
I guess you're right. After all, it's hotter if you
Yeah, that is so Allie! So Allie!
We laughed together as we cruised along until the sun went down. The world was ours. The sound of waves grows louder and louder, threatening to pull me back into reality. Will I know you before I'm taken under? You so called it!
I kept thinking that it sounded like different people, and then I was just clicked. But also, I wish we could date Allie again. I love Allie, and I love Violet. And honestly, I love Tara too. Those three are my favorites, but I love Allie the most.
I love Allie the most.
And then probably Violet and Tara are tied, because they're both like the I've never been kissed,
Yeah.
and I love that. I love the bold, like, go-getter, adventurous girl, and then I also like type, and then I also love the like, ooh. And they're both like really quirky.
Yeah.
Oh wow, there's all kinds of flowers here that I've never even seen before. That's not quite what she said, but it's okay.
Really? You've never seen a tulip?
Grandma and I only grew
Hyacinths?
hyacinths back home, so nope. Not even on the internet? And I thought I had to get out more.
I can't believe that. The only flowers I ever work with are Venus flytraps. Oh, I can believe that is what she said.
What do you do with those?
Well, we do a lot of experiments at the lab. Don't you ever find yourself thinking, wouldn't it be cool to make a Venus flytrap that could walk and talk?
Literally never.
It's whatever. She ran away 2 years ago.
Mm.
Aw. Both my neighbors lost their pet cats the same day, too. I miss you, Fluffy.
You sure they were lost? Tea's ready. Thanks, Violet.
I got a cup for everybody. The aroma from the tea really worked up my appetite. Really? Has tea ever made you hungry?
No. I've prepared some treats for us as well. Please enjoy.
We spent the rest of the morning eating delicious treats and sipping on delicious tea as we theorized what might have happened to Fluffy. Personally, my money's on the felines being the culprits. Every cat I've met has had a nasty surprise up their sleeve. They spelled it like the girl. Morning comment. Congrats, you've made it to the 4th day. And you've become the first person to have not 1, not 2, but 3 soulmate candidates. Who'd have thought? Granted, soulmate candidates don't really exist, but hey, we'll edit that part. You should be really, really proud of yourself.
I can't tell if you're being serious or not.
I'll leave that for you to guess. Anyway, between your 3 lucky romance interests, who do you
They
want
heard
to
us
spend today
complaining
with?
about it.
Yeah.
I think this is a good time to save.
And peace out. Yeah, because before when we were playing, it kept doing the, like, oh, episode, like, whatever. So we were like, oh, we'll play until it says, like, that again. But then it just never said that ever
Yeah.
again. It's been, like, 2 days. So.
Alright. And transition.
Transition.
Alright.
Anyway, thanks for coming on this journey with us, everybody.
It is time for us to part, but I am very glad that you all came and spent this time with us. And pancake.
I love pancakes.
Me too. But yeah, I hope you all are taking good care of yourselves. Don't forget that we will be streaming twice a week, starting next week.
Next
I
week.
mean, technically we did 2 this week, but next week we're gonna start our regular schedule, which is Tuesdays, Star and I both at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and also Sundays, as usual, with me at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you're only watching for Stars, please at least stop by during mine, so that way I don't cry.
Nobody's watching just for me.
You speak for everyone.
Yeah,
you hear that? You hear that? She thinks they're the boss of you.
Get out of here.
It was fun. Yeah, good. Hugs. I am also giving you a virtual hug.
I love hugs.
Loves. I am also giving you love. Ooh. I don't even know how to say that one as a noise. Take care, you two. You also take care. Have a meal. I'm very glad that you all exist and that
Make
you
good
got this
choices.
time with
Drink
you.
water.
Be safe. Be kind to yourself, and we'll see you next time.